ADA and smart contracts, explained by a rookie for rookies. Now, ADA, or Cardano, is a fledgling coin that is developed via peer review and is headed up by Charles Hoskinson, who is a former developer of Ethereum. Ethereum is a level 2-ish style solution, or a second generation solution to level 1 Bitcoin. Now, ADA hopes to, in time, live along tandem with Ethereum, but have many of Ethereum's problems solved. So ADA has been a very slow development process, but everything that's been developed onto ADA has been peer reviewed, has been tested, has been heavily thought out, and the advantage of being a smaller coin with its own development process is that they can do this. So over time they've been able to get out the specific base of the community, the base, the network, the coin, right? Then they had a look at decentralization, in which it's now fully decentralized out of around about 2 to 3 months ago. They've been looking at development, so they've had like the test nets. We've had the lineup of Hydra, which may speed it up. We're speeding towards Gogan. We're having a look at the Plutus code. We've got Plutus coders. We've got a load of networks behind it. The idea for anyone that's following ADA is, the hope is that it's such a good level up from Ethereum that people would copy their code from Ethereum and move it over to ADA. So therefore they get the benefit of faster transactions and smaller fees, that kind of thing. Right now, even with the dip, ADA went down to around about $1, bounced back to 120. Many of you who got in at the start of the year maybe even got it at like 13 cents. I got it from 13 cents and rode it up to about 30, sold it. That was the very first thing I'd ever bought. I didn't realize that ADA was a cryptocurrency. I didn't know what cryptocurrency was. I just thought it was some kind of blockchain based. I didn't know what blockchain was. It was just a keyword, a buzzword. So smart contracts for ADA will effectively step it into the next realm. It means that there will be the ability to do NFTs, the abilities to do everything that they're claiming that they can do in Ethiopia, you know, with insurance, with banking, with looking after people's finances. This then adds a functionality layer to that platform, which also means everything else that runs under smart contracts can then start using it. Why would you buy an NFT for 1 Ethereum, which is around about $1,700 to $2,000 right now? Why would you buy a product there and then actively pay an extra 20, 30, 50, £100 in transaction fee to make it work, and then wait for a period of time for the blockchain to crunch it and do what it needs to do, when you can pay the same fee, say the 1,700, 2,000, but immediately have the transaction settled, immediately get it done with a minimal fee? And even Charles Hoskinson suggesting that in the long run there could be a stable fee structure, in which then all fees would be standardized, which then, if it's standardized, imagine if you are in Ethiopia, you're then guaranteed a set fee for your transaction, a set amount, a set time, much more like a Visa credit debit card transaction, right? So smart contracts is the next layer on top, another software on top of your operating system, something that could really boost the platform. Now, there's many projects that have already suggested that they might move over, a few hundred, if not a few thousand, that might migrate. The ability to copy and paste with their ERC20 converter token, where you copy it and paste it and the Plutus code does what it needs to do, and it can be easily transferred to the ADA network. Why would you not try that on a blockchain? A lot of bright things coming. Now, the smart contracts is quite interesting. It's something that they've been promising for a fair while, and it seems to be fairly well timed. They're promising that it's going to happen in the next 60 to 90 days. That would put it in line with September-ish. That could be around about the same time that the entire market possibly tries to re-rally. Because, you know, Charles is very good at picking these kind of dates. Because smart contracts was going to be launched about now, But why would you launch it now when the market's down? Why wouldn't you wait for the bump to go up? Now, Charles Hoskinson's not about money. He's worth a metric ton already. But if you're very smart and clever with marketing, why wouldn't you launch it during the boom, the bust, the euphoria of the market to make sure that it lifts? Now, the important thing, this is the thing that most people are waiting for, in all honesty. Where do I see the price of ADA going based on these smart contracts? At the end of the day, I feel that we could be looking at a $1 to $2 recovery in the next month or so, 2 months, as the market goes up, hopefully during July, if it does recover. And by the end of the market, based on the euphoria, and with Gogan rolling out and smart contracts being there, I wouldn't rule out a $7, $8, $9 like ADA. Now, I'm kind of biased in a way. I'm optimistic, and I've got a load of hopium. Why? Because I own a little bit of ADA myself. Would I like my $4,000 or $5,000 ADA be turned into $30,000, $40,000? Yes, please. But I also see an actual future for this. I actually see a use case for this. Charles Hoskinson wants to go into African nations and help them, get them banked, bank the bankless, right? If you can go in there and you can prove that Africa, with a very large population that doesn't have bank accounts, can monetize themselves, can buy into this currency, can numerate and control inflation, can control corruption and go through that way, then why would you not? Right? This is an opportunity to stabilize the region, and in the process prove that this use case is doable, and then everybody else in the region might want to adopt it, because, you know, if they're getting the advantage of being able to use it, why would we not? And then the rest of the area can do the same. Now, what we've also need to look into is the fact that we've had El Salvador lean into Bitcoin adoption, and that would also mean that those systems, those technology would need to be learnt, would need to be developed, and then maybe even implemented, or at least it proves as a case point that it can be done. Because if ADA can do it, then why can't Bitcoin? So a very interesting thought. He says, whilst his nose dripping, and he stood opposite a field surrounded by other people that want to continually ruin his videos. So, how are you? How do you feel about smart contracts with ADA? Are you invested in ADA? Where do you think ADA will go? Please feel free to hit the subscribe button. If you're not subscribed, this is your chance to pretty much enjoy the journey of crypto with me, a crypto rookie, on your first bull market. So hit subscribe, hit the notification icon, and watch this little video here because YouTube says so.